Hello everybody, it's Chibi, and today I'm going to be doing an anime review on Mahouka. Now, this episode, and this week's episode of Mahouka, has Tatsuya reveal a power that may have had some sort of subtle hints that only light novel readers would have noticed. And so, we're supposed to understand this decomposition power that Tatsuya pulled out of his ass and starts using this episode. So, I mean, we already know Tatsuya's OP. I've said this a lot, and a lot of anime-only watchers have, and so has light novel readers. And there probably has been some form of hints to this power. Okay. But Tatsuya just popping out of nowhere, using this power and disintegrating enemies. It just comes out of nowhere. We never seen this move before. Tatsuya just keeps pulling out these random moves out of nowhere, like his fucking snapping fingers, his, regenerative ability, which did have, a build-up to it, but still, all these different fucking powers he has, he's just OP. There is no room for character development with his character since he's already fucking OP since the beginning. Now, with this episode, looking past the factor of Tatsuya just being OP with his move, he reminded me of an extreme version of Kira. Now, if you know who Kira is from Death Note, you probably know who I'm talking about. It was more of an extreme version of Kira. For instance, he didn't cause a heart attack, he caused their bodies to evaporate. From what I've seen from his move in this episode, he just needs to see their face, and he needs to shoot at them. And he seemed to know all their names, too, when he was shooting them, so he might have to know their names to kill them. I don't know, but I mean, a lot of different Death Note vibes there. I'm just saying, it's really good. It's so good. It's fucking amazing. I mean, God, Tatsuya, I love you, bro. Okay, so besides that, we get a little bit of things going on. For instance, the power that Tatsuya reveals is called Demon Light. Now, I had my friend, a fellow Chibit that was called Sin, actually tell me that was a mistranslation. It was called Demon Right. And so, hopefully that is correct, and it is Demon Right. And right there, the power is pretty cool. I like it. But we have this random information just pop out of nowhere, finding out that somehow Tatsuya was a part of Okinawa, something going on 3 years ago, and this Demon Right was used, and yeah. So, anyways, besides that, the episode is good. It's a very good episode, I guess. Last week's episode, apparently I was wrong, and it wasn't fast-paced, but it was in my eyes, so I'm guessing just the light novels were too fast-paced and didn't explain things properly either. And so, to conclude the 9 schools competition, we have a harem dance. For instance, we get to see all these female characters just dance with Tatsuya in the ending song, which had probably everybody that was shipping characters with Tatsuya jumping for joy like, woohoo! Like, oh god, yeah! It's not gonna happen. It's not. They have to make sure they do the harem dances with all the characters. And I find it very funny that at the end of this episode, the Crimson Prince finds out that Miyuki and Tatsuya are siblings. He didn't recognize it. When you have Miyuki ask the question like, oh, you didn't think we were siblings? Of course not. You fucking fawn over Tatsuya all the time, blush like, Ani-sama, Ani-sama, Ani-san. Different shit like that. I mean, of course, nobody would really think you're siblings. No. I mean, nobody will think you're siblings, too, because, I mean, you blush every time Tatsuya gets in your presence. Like, oh my god, I love you. I said multiple episodes back, I don't love you, Tatsuya. I have no romantic feelings, but don't worry, I secretly do. I had issues with this before, and I still have those issues. It's annoying. It's really annoying how they're overplaying this Ani-sama shit all the fucking time. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably going to drop this series because apparently everybody can't understand that this anime is bad in my eyes. It's bad. I mean, I'm not offending light novel readers. I have said this a lot. I am not pointing at Mahouka in its grand series. I'm not pointing out the light novels. I am pointing at this adaptation of Mahouka from Madhouse. And it upsets me. It really upsets me how there's so many people defending this series and can't see the fucking issues. Yeah, every anime watcher that's probably defending this, I understand everybody has their own taste. But if you can't see the issues with a series you love, there is something wrong. There is so much wrong with this series. All fucking characters are cardboard. They are cardboard. There is no room for progression with Tatsuya. He literally is already OP from episode 1, and he pops out these random freaking overpowered moves out of fucking nowhere when it is convenient to the plot to kick ass. That's exactly what it is. And so, There's no room progression with our main character. Miyuki's nothing but Anisama, and then you have all these other side characters that look interesting, have no fucking development. They're just there as a convenience towards the plot. They're convenient. That's all they are for. And really, there's nothing interesting about them, because you have this little backstory, but they skip over it, and let's get back to fucking Tatsuya. Let's do these info dumps. Let's talk about this magic we're just going to rush over real quick, and then we're going to pop up, we're going to go from step A to step fucking F. So, yeah, I just don't understand how I am the only one seeing the issues with this series. I don't understand it. I don't. You could say you like the series, fine. The animation looks fucking godlike. Yes, it does. It has great freaking animation quality. Madhouse usually does good animation. Music, top notch. I love the fucking music. But when it comes to those characters, it comes with that plot, shit. I'm not just saying the plot from the light novels, I'm saying because the way they're handling it in this fucking anime is bad. People have complained and argued with me saying that this series is not going to be 7 volumes. Like, for instance, they're not going to see 7 volumes worth of content crammed into these 24 episodes or 26 episodes of Mahouka. And, no, I've had multiple light novel readers confirm they saw scenes in the opening and ending song say that volume 7 is inside of the opening and ending. So, they're either going to skip something, they're going to skip a volume, or they're going to rush and butcher everything. Look, okay? Look how bad this was adapted, okay? The 9 schools competition. And it focused a lot of Mahouka's series, honestly, it did. And then they're supposedly going to be cramming this volume 7 that I've heard has the best arc and is the best thing with the entire series, going to be crammed in the remaining episodes. Does anyone not see the issues I'm about to see? We're about to see a colossal train wreck. You may not all agree with me now. You may be quick to say, oh no, this fucking series is good. It's godlike. It's so good. The writing is amazing. But you'll see. I call it. There will come a time in the series, it's going to end either on a colossal cliffhanger, or it's going to give everybody a bitch slap and is going to destroy the source material. I'm just going to be honest. This anime is made for the light novel readers. That's all. It's clearly not made for anime-only watchers, because the content they throw into this is completely out there because they haven't done the prior build-up to this episode. And this is a major problem with the series. It's not just this episode. I'm not complaining about this episode. I'm complaining about the entirety of Mahouka in general. The first couple episodes were very slow-paced, but it actually had kind of a little bit of development. And then they started rushing up to these fucking battles. And that's the big problem. There's some anime that can't be adapted. Even if you're the biggest fan of a series, you should know when your series is getting violated, butchered, ruined, and stuff like that. And sometimes a series like Mahouka, for instance, with all these scientific facts, cannot be adapted. Some things are not meant to be made into a movie either. For instance, Dragon Ball Z made into a live-action movie. That was never meant to happen. Some things are never meant to become an anime, a cartoon, a book, anything. It's not. Some things are not meant to, and Mahouka is a prime example of that. I commend Madhouse for trying, but they should have known that from their work on Hunter x Hunter, that they should follow the original source. And if you can't follow the original source, you shouldn't do it. I have a lot more I can talk about. I can continue on for hours what's wrong with this series. I can. But of course, I'm going to get a lot of hatred on this video. I know for a fact. I got it last week. I'm going to get a lot of hatred, people telling me that this series is amazing. There's no flaws. And I had it last week. It upsets me. I don't mean to offend anyone that watches this. I don't. I purposely don't. I am expressing my honesty about the series, and apparently when I express my honesty, I get yelled at for telling the honest truth. I get yelled at. So, I'm just letting you know, that is my opinion, and I'm probably going to continue stating that opinion. I'm not going to change my feelings of how I feel about Mahouka. I'm not. I'm not going to lie to you how I feel about a series. I'm not going to sugarcoat it anymore. I'm going to be straight out honest about how I feel about this series. In any series in general, that's how I always act. And so, I respect your opinion. Anyone that states that they disagree with me, I respect it. But the point of the matter is, some of these flaws are really obvious. The same flaws I had with Black Bullets, and nobody really saw them until the very end. So, anyways, everybody, I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.